Live from the rinks in Hauppauge, New York, we welcome you to this special opening week presentation of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League Friday Night Ice on LI Sports Network. It's a matchup that's been built for months and months, ever since the dramatic finish all the way back in February, as the St. Anthony's Friars face off against the Kings Park Commack Knights. Mike Colanger here with my good partner in crime, Nick Quinn, on above this sea of humanity that has gathered here tonight for what should be an exhilarating battle from beginning to end between these two longtime royal foes. First, let's meet the champions, the team that will be donning the white and golds for head coach Robert Lund. The St. Anthony's Friars. In net, getting his warm-ups in, is Ryan Burhart, the Suffolk County High School Hockey League Varsity Playoff MVP. Started 21 games for the Friars, spending over 900 minutes in between the pipes, helping St. Anthony's get to the playoffs and find a lot of success along the way. And on the other side, there you see, warming up right in front of their crazy fans, the Knights, donning their traditional maroon and gold-trimmed colors with names, kicking off their farewell tour in front of their passionate fans. Mikey Brazel, the team-leading goal scorer, points getter, is ready to make an impact all over again right here on opening night. He'll be joined by his longtime friends for the final journey, Billy Prang, Peter Abazis, and Nicholas Berhalter, as well as a few new players along who have joined this squad after spending a majority of time at the JV level, making a name for themselves. Tyler Granelli, the Long Island Rebels product, led the JV team in goals, points, picking up 5 power play goals. So when KPC has the power play, you'll be sure that that kid will not miss his opportunity when it comes knocking. And also joining this squad on the varsity level is Jesse Lemza, another Long Island Rebels product who led his team in assists with 22, 4 of them coming on the power play alone. In nets for the Knights, the same man that was on the receiving end of a heartbreaking loss all the way back in the later month of winter, Joseph O'Neill enters the cage for the Knights. He gets the starting nod on opening night after Brandon Fuderman, who has gone on and graduated, got starting nods for all and most of the regular season for the Knights varsity squad last year. And this game will kick off with plenty of star power in the face-off draw. And here we go. A crazy crowd on hand, and right away, Mikey Brazel charges in with a chance that gets blocked. Gavin Cata first appearance on the ice against KPC ever since he powered through, setting up the game-winning goal, which was scored by no other than PAL Junior Islanders product Gerard Nealon. On the back end, a pair of Long Island Rebels defensemen. Ryan First, Joseph Parator. This chance just gets pushed wide. Billy Prang taking off through the neutral zone, but his momentum is impeded right there by the Friars defense. Making his first appearance at the varsity level tonight, Jack Mancini spent a majority of his playing career with many successful Friars teams along the way. And now he's got his big opportunity to make an impact at the top level. Here comes Jesse Lemza, another JV player, as I mentioned before, in his varsity debut. And it's only a matter of time till we see Tyler Granelli try to light the spark for this KPC Knights offensive unit. Bouncing away from the pressure right there. In his varsity hockey debut for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League is St. Anthony's Friars Brody O'Doherty, the North Jersey Avalanche product, is looking to help his team in many ways possible tonight. And we'll see what the Friars have in store for this first power play of the contest. Jack Johnson, Long Island's Jack Johnson, commits the first penalty of the night. Kings Park Commack will look to rely on their shorthanded special teams units. There's a chance to get fended off the shoulder of O'Neill. Oddly enough, this Kings Park Commack team has found more success than any other team currently playing in the varsity level when it comes to scoring shorthanded goals, recording 15 of them. They were tied with, that was 15 shorthanded goals allowed, but they scored 4 shorthanded goals. So the stats don't lie, as this team can come big when it matters. And there's the save made by O'Neill. That gets ovation from the crowd. The stats don't lie. Kings Park Commack has found success when their backs are against the wall. Right now they face a one-man deficit for the next minute and 20 seconds. Mancini at the top, fires this one wide of the post. O'Neill is ready for it as Smith drops this one on the stick of Gresiak. Alexander Gresiak under heavy pressure down low. Smith looking for an option, feeds it in front, and this one gets shut down. And there's another chance. Fanning on that attempt near the hash mark was Mancini, as this one gets ripped around the wall and goes out of the zone for another clear by the Knights. St. Anthony's looking to reset cleanly. They give it up right there. Mikey Brassel smushed up against the boards, that time by Dylan Smith. And it's going to cost number 14 of the Friars some 2 minutes right there. Roughing the call. And the playing field is even for the time being. These next 36 seconds will be played under 4-on-4 conditions. So Kings Park Commack has scored 4 shorthanded goals this year, or last season, while St. Anthony's Friars have 5 more over their rival counterparts, which was the second most last season. And there's the big stop already made by the playoff MVP, Ryan Burhart. Dylan Quinn trying to drag the puck on his forehand, and he lost it to the Friars, who lofted in deep. So that was Nicholas DeAndrea sporting a new number on his back this season. Last year he wore number 10. This year he trades. He goes up 2 numbers, wearing number 12. As this one gets sent in deep. Jacob Quinn on the back ends. Flops this one on the stick of Bludzinski. Mikey Brazel trying to get his chance on that, and that one just squibbed wide. Back to the point, Quinn. Looks, another chance. Save made by Burhart. Rebound in front, Johnson out of the box, and now on the attack. Misses his chance. And here comes Greciak leading the charge for St. Anthony's as KPC brings out a new fresh pair of legs on the ice. By the name of Tyler Grinelli, Billy Prang on the hunt, fires, he scores! Billy Prang! Deja vu for the Friars as Billy Prang once again kicks off a KPC St. Anthony's showdown with the first goal of the night. Just as he did all the way back in the late month of January into early February in the semifinal game. That time he scores on his strong side, ripping it past Burhart for goal number 1 on the season. Friars looking to respond the other way. And that chance gets canceled out on a block in front, possibly made by Johnson. Matthew Dan fires on net. Save made as traffic starts to build up in front. Heavy hit thrown that time as Jack Johnson and Matthew Dan get acquainted in this contest. Tyler Grinelli battling hard against Castiglione. Grinelli feeds it ahead. That chance by Argilla went wide as Argilla lost his stick in the process. We get a whistle blown to stop play. And that whistle, the cause of that stoppage is a penalty against Vincent Sippoli of the Friars. Kings Park Commack will activate the power play units for the first time tonight, where they found success 12 times on a man advantage last season. They're looking to get on the right foot by continuing that trend here tonight in Game 1. Jesse Lemza got knocked down in front. Centering feed, Argilla got sandwiched in the middle, trying to get a hold of the possession. Back the other way, St. Anthony's coming in short-handed. Lentini spills out, score! Oh my goodness! Tied game! While Joseph Lentini was tumbling out of control, Nicholas Alamia put it home on the rebound to tie it up at 1. The first of many shorthanded goals by St. Anthony's this year. They put 9 of them away last season. They already have 1. Possible steal made by Terry, and he gets tripped up. And a penalty will be assessed here against the Knights. Nicholas Alamia, the Freeport Arrows product, starts off on the right foot in game number 1. something he sure will have bragging rights over his younger brother, Tyler Alamia, who was on the receiving end of an opening night's loss to the Bulls on Wednesday night. Parator sends this one in deep. On the hunt, Dylan Quinn. He's jostling right there for position. Quinn with a chance as he broke free towards the net. O'Doherty getting a workout here in the first period as he gets his first taste of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, after spending a majority of his hockey playing career with some elite programs, most notably the team he currently plays for away from the high school level, the North Jersey Avalanche, as this one gets pushed wide. Prang trying to locate it, and here comes Kyle Jablonski, gained in the zone. Jablonski feeds it in front, and that one got tied up in the legs of his intended target, which was Alexander Gresiak. Icing called here, and play is stopped with exactly 8 minutes remaining in the first. St. Anthony's controlling on the back end. More power play time ticking down against the Friars. Dylan Smith, short side try, wouldn't go as he was shut down by O'Neill. Anthony Colavecchio on the back end, making his first appearance tonight at the varsity level. Jack DeLugos, the captain of this two-time champion team in the season of winter, on the ice again for the remaining seconds of this power play. Look at the work being done here by the Friars. But KPC does an admirable job at killing off the penalty. Jack DeLugos almost squeaks that one through the pad of O'Neill. And there's another chance through traffic that skips wide of the cage. The clock continues to run down with the game knotted up at 1 only in the first period. Jack DeLugos gets tripped up. As St. Anthony's attempts to reset carefully, and there's a mistake there. Anthony Colavecchio lost an edge, but fortunately for him, the Friars remain in control of the possession. They take off through the neutral zone back into familiar territory. Terry on the hunt in the corner. Now KPC gets it back. Alex Argilla. Oh, watch out there. Michael Terry delivers the hard shoulder check to Argilla right in front of the penalty box. And then you see Nicholas DeAndrea getting rough with Peter Abazis as the physical elements of this contest are beginning to take shape. Inch by inch. Both of these teams not allowing a single inch against each other. Billy Prang losing an edge right there as he tried to drag the puck and maybe pull the trigger for number 2. As this one gets banked all the way down to the other end. No icing here. Jacob Quinn, he got smushed to the ice that time on the back end by Gresiak. More battling happening down low in the corner boards. And coming out of the fray, Mikey Brazel lofts this one ahead, looking for Billy Prang, and the whistle is blown. And security is definitely going to have their hands full And this one, if they do not get this crowd under control, as the game has momentarily stopped for the time being, after it appeared one of the fans threw an object of some sort on the ice, halting play. And it's good to support your team, but when you get carried away like that, it's no fun for anyone. And there you see this game now being held under protest by both of these squads. They want the shenanigans to cool down and just get the game back to normal. And we'll wait to see if this results in any ejections from above. And while that happens, we're just going to sit here and just ponder on what we've seen so far. And how about, while this thing gets under, or try to put back in order, we look back at how this game kicked off. A lightning quick release by Billy Prang that even old Zeus from above would be proud of. But the Friars, it wouldn't take long for them to respond, and here's how they did it. The unlikeliest of goal scorers for the St. Anthony's Friars, the defending champions of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League Varsity Division, and New York State. Nicholas Awamia. Important to note that he actually wasn't part of the lineup that beat Northport Huntington in the championship game up in Saugerties, due to him getting a suspension for an unsportsmanlike incident that happened in the game prior against East Islip. So there is some much needed, and one could say, redemption that has been coming to him for a long time. And even though he's celebrated both championships with his team, you best be sure he definitely wants to be a part of the action when they won against Northport Huntington up in Saugerties, and icing is called again. We are back in play. I know we mentioned Ryan Bernhardt is the MVP of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League, but I want to say these security guards, they're here tonight. They're the real MVP. Score! 2-1 Knights! Mikey Brazel! If there's a man that has the body of a security guard, it's that kid up there, Mikey Brazel, picking up goal number 1 in game 1, and he almost picks up a pair right there. Jacob Quinn winds, fires on the one-timer, missed wide, rebound on the other side. That was a Bozzies nearly putting it home after it came off the boards. And play is stopped. Another icing called. Brazel, who led the team in goals and points, scores the tie-breaking goal here in period 1. Yes, it's only the first period, and we still have possibly 3 more periods to go if this one stays close. Argilla couldn't get a hold of the feed there, and it will go for icing. Vincent Sipley in the uniform that he was born to wear, of St. Anthony's Friar. A good kid, but a better defenseman. As Gavin Cotta takes a shot at Jesse Lemza in the boards. And here comes Jack Mancini. Mancini trying to burst down the wing, get to the net. As traffic builds up inside, the Knights, a big save, made rebounds, and the net gets pushed off, and now we get some pushing and shoving after the whistle. Joseph O'Neill with a big-time stop. Rest assured, we do have the replay saved of that denial from number 35. And we'll make sure to post it later tonight. Part of last night's best. 3.5 to go here in the first. This one gets skipped out of the zone, and now the race is on between Jablonski and number 93 for the Knights. We'll get confirmation as to who's wearing the jersey right there. Tyler Granelli trying to pickpocket his opponents on the back end, and the icing is called instead. He was trying to pickpocket Newcoming Friar, number 94, Andrew Phillips. This Friars team, compared to all the other teams in the varsity division, did not really go through a major makeover, as all the remaining components that helped this team win multiple championships last season have returned for another shot at defending the crown. Another shot and more amazing memories and defending the show. There's plenty to be amazed by this Friars team. A well-endowed, talented group. Closing in on the final 2 minutes here in the first as this one gets springed out of the zone. No icing here. The advantage to Stefan Hladzinski in his varsity hockey debut. Was part of the JV squad last year for the Knights. Chance on target, and the save is made as Jacob Quinn stepped into his own target, which happens to be Alexander Gresiak. Joseph O'Neill makes yet another stop. Now the next face-off draw will commence between Prang and DeLugos. Quinn comes up with it. Prang pops it ahead. Mikey Brazel on the hunt for two, and he couldn't get it that time. Big hit Mikey Brazel levels his opponent. Dominic Castiglione on the receiving end of the heavy check by number 10. Dylan Quinn trying to drop it to an option. He had trouble there as no one was there to be found. Mikey Brazel spinning in front. Billy Prang positioned towards in front of the nets. He took a crash course in the left corner. As we reached the final 50 seconds of play here in the first. That chance may have gotten a piece of the iron. 50 more seconds of play now. Another shot. This one goes high off the glass, but it stays in the zone. Granelli got there in time to keep it alive. Argilla, Peter Abazes tripped up. No penalty called. Refs let the boys play on. Granelli feeds it across. A chance in front. And this one ricochets off a body wide of the net, with Argilla creating havoc right in front of Ryan Burhart. And he is being tossed like a rag doll, but he loves it. That's what he wants to do. He wants to get a scoring chance for his squad, who's up by one after one. And that does it. The first period is finally over, and we head to the second with the Knights leading 2-1. I can assure you folks, those chants from the KPC crowd towards the Friars are not chants of endearment whatsoever. It's a reborn rivalry, and both of these teams are here to be a part of it, along with these crazy fans who have gathered here tonight to watch it unfold. Quinn charging to the net, but couldn't get a hold of the feet as he got tied up right there by the stick of Mancini. Mancini spinning away from pressure. Tried to get ahead to Smith. Here comes Michael Terry coming into the picture with Greciak on the far wing. And that chance gets canceled out by the stick of Ryan First, the Long Island Rebels product. Mikey Brazel, Dylan Quinn, Billy Prang representing the offense for the Knights in this shift. Penalty called here. Hooking Dylan Quinn to the box. He shows his displeasure, offers a disagreement to the call, but it will not change the ruling one bit, and so the Friars will go back to the power play. St. Anthony's second, right behind West Islip last season with power play goals. West Islip converting on 3 more than the Friars. It seemed like the Friars had that in the bag up until the final week when West Islip unloaded on their opponents with a blitzkrieg. Score! Tied game! Jack DeLugos is back. Captain Jack, Johnny on the spots. The equalizer. Just minutes into the second period. And the Friars are 1 for 2 tonight on the man advantage. Oh, and Jacob Quinn just about unloaded on Gavin Cotta, and we got a stoppage for offsides. It appeared by the replay with how the puck went into the net, there may have been some help in front, but I think all things point to it came off due to an unfriendly bounce off a Knights player in front of the net that helped DeLugos pick up goal number 1. A very important one. And here's another chance in front! Players tumbling over Joseph O'Neill in the crease as another penalty is signaled. And once again, hooking is the call, except it's Joseph Parator who will sit for 2 minutes in the sin bin. And now things have really gotten interesting with St. Anthony's converting on the second power play awarded to them tonight, now have a third in just a short span since the goal on the power play by DeLugos. Another stoppage. As we saw Mikey Brazel and Dylan Smith getting physical right there. High-powered draw between Brazel and DeLugos as Jablonski tries to escape from pressure. A minute and a half to go on the man advantage for St. Anthony's. Icing almost signaled there, but it got canceled out off the boards and gets played all the way back down to Berhart. Jablonski on the back end. DeAndrea in the zone. Nicholas DeAndrea crosses in with a chance, and that one got shouldered off by O'Neill. He shoulders that one away as Dylan Quinn collars this one up into the zone. Angled ahead. Dylan Smith will race in and try to corral it. Smith deals it back and nearly got broken up by Jesse Lemza. Gavin Cotta twirling down low. Terry hot off the bench, looking to make an impact here, slamming on the brakes, under pressure by Lemza. Back at the top, Smith waiting in the shadows at the left point. Look at the clinic at the point, watch out! It's going in the stands. Luckily, no one was hurt. Ryan first. Twists this one around the wall, and play is stopped again. So we'll have a redo. Inside the Knights zone as St. Anthony's brings out new reinforcements to take part in the draw. Jack DeLugos, a familiar face, in the face-off dot. DeAndrea powers through almost to the goal that time. And he drops it to the wrong target. Argilla with Granelli in tow. Granelli fires off the mask. Burhart makes another save. Rebound. Another chance. Oh! Ryan Burhart. Desperation at its finest. And give credit to Nicholas DeAndrea, who got a stick in there just at the right moment, as that one could have been 3-2 Knights at the expense of Burhart for being out of position. Everyone all with their arms up on the bench looking for a call. And it's hard to tell where that took place amongst this crowd of bodies up here in the stands. Abazis, watch out! Taking the task heavily right there by Nicholas Alamia. Knights trying to charge up in front. Abazis swallowed up by the bodies that pressured him inside the goal mouth. And more battling happening in front of the Knights bench as St. Anthony's finds room to reset carefully. Nice maneuver right there by DeAndrea, and he plops this one off the pad or blocker of O'Neal, and it goes for another stop by number 35. Headlong feed misses the stick of Abazis, and it goes for icing. Under 10 to play here in the second. Andrew Phillips getting a little bit of a skate alongside another varsity newcomer, the JV Offensive Player of the Year, Matthew Dan. An exceptional hockey player for the Long Island Rebels, making his first start for head coach Robert Lund. Castiglione and Dylan Cochran at the point. Mikey Brazel trying to fight off the pressure given to him by Dan as Dylan Quinn charges down the wing. He's fended off and forced into the boards by Castiglione. St. Anthony's trying to escape out of the zone as the Knights continue to put pressure on them. Here's another chance from distance, and it misses. Richardson coming into the picture now with a late chance. And play is stopped again, and the referee signals a high stick. And this will move the face-off draw all the way back in the Knights zone. And the ruling will not change one bit at all. Greciak in front, trying to tiptoe his way by through the defense to no avail. As this one gets pushed around the boards, Terry has got company from behind, courtesy of Jacob Quinn. Dylan Quinn on the ice. He gets taken to task. Billy Prang dangling through the defense, and then he's shouldered into the corner boards by Dominic Castiglione. No penalty. We stay even with more 5-on-5 hockey. Richardson knifes this one over to the near wall. Jacob Quinn gets taken to task right there as this one bounces in the air all over the place. High stick signaled, and now it's washed away by the linesman. Washed away by the head official, I should say, as this one will no doubt go all the way in for icing again. And now it's becoming a game of inches just based on the score, no longer separated by inches. Deadlocked at 2. Prang Brazel for the Knights. Alamia DeLugos for the Friars. Wodzinski tried to shake his way by right there. Granelli in trouble as Johnson misplays it, and it results in a turnover. Nicholas DeAndrea dangling. Nicholas DeAndrea spinning out of control as he tried to connect for his first goal of the season, and it would have been something if it converted, for sure. Wodzinski back on the attack, and Sale sent it in from a deep angle off the pad of Berhardt. Sipoli flips this one almost out of the zone. KPC getting closer and closer to the goal. More bodies converging inside the zone. Nice play almost onto the stick of first. We got a disagreement brewing between one of the Knights players and Jack Mancini. This one gets sent all the way ahead. Lemza nearly lost control of it heading past the line. This one gets ricocheted all the way into the corner. Not cleared out. Parator fires. Pad save made by Berhardt. Another chance. Another stop by Berhardt. Ryan First flips this one into the near corner, but it's gathered up by the Friars. Parator controlling carefully. Tried to sauce that one ahead. Michael Terry throwing the body against the Aussies. Puck bouncing around. Look out! Jesse Lemza floored to the ice by alternate captain Michael Terry. But rightfully so, it's going to be a penalty. Interference is the call. KPC back on the man advantage. Their second trip around the sun on the power play, and we'll see if they get the job done this time around. 6.5 remaining in the second. Brazel back to Parator with Quinn on the right, and this chance squibs by to the other side. Prang. Parator deals it over to Brazel. Brazel with a lane, and that chance ricochets off the glass. Another opportunity squandered up by the Friars, but they cannot clear it out. Another opportunity, wide, rebound, score! Deuces are wild! Billy Prang does it again! Deuces for Billy Prang in game 1, and he's still on the ice, on the attack. Brazel scores! Back-to-back quick attacks! And all of a sudden, it's a 2-goal game, just like that, for Kings Park Commack. Brazel and Prang, each with a pair. And now the race for the hat trick is on between those two gifted players. What an absolute turn of events. One goal that changed the narrative, and another to send the place into pandemonium. Another chance. The response from the Friars does not go. Rebound from the top, and it just gets fired wide by Cochran. Cocked and loaded on that one. Another chance. Deflection attempt just missing in front. Smith juggling. Smith trying to escape. Smith taking it back to the point. Cochran firing. Couldn't get that one to go through traffic. It got blocked off the leg of Parator. He takes a hard hit from Terry in the corner boards. Back down the other end. O'Doherty recollects. Tried to feed it up onto the stick of Smith. Smith couldn't get a hold of it either. Look out, O'Doherty. Taking a hit right there. Dylan Smith trying to steal it back. One player lost a mouth guard as it lays motionless on the ice, waiting to be retrieved. This one gets skipped all the way down to the other end for icing. It's a madhouse indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Just literally an hour before puck drop, we saw students and fans from both sections filing up, trying to get the best seat in the house to watch this contest unfold. Another stoppage. 4 minutes remaining here in the second. 4-2 the score. Advantage to the maroon and gold. Granelli trying to bounce this one back in, which he does. Wladzinski on the hunt against Mancini. Nearly gets tangled up right there. Wladzinski, let's out front, score! Stefan Wladzinski! And finally, the timeout is called by St. Anthony's' Robert Lund as he tries to get his team composed and back in contention of this crazy battle that has gone from bad to worse for St. Anthony's. It seems like they had them right where they wanted them when Jack DeLugos tied it up at 2 on the power play. And then the volcano erupted with back-to-back-to-back unanswered goals from the Knights, beginning with that ultimate tandem that ultimate duo standing right in front of us. Billy Prang and Mikey Brazel. It should be noted that this game is not over by any means, folks. No, no, no. It's only just begun. That's what Robert Lund wants out of his folks, and that chance nearly gets touched home. So we had multiple players racing, trying to get under the grill of O'Neal as this chance also skips wide. Michael Terry on the hunt, knocks Quinn into the boards. Another chance through traffic, denied rebound. And it's gobbled up by Brazel, who then lofts this one ahead, looking for Prang. Quinn jostling in the zone as Jack Johnson plays it again. This one navigated out and through the neutral zone. Back in comes Quinn as this chance skips wide of the post. Billy Prang squeezes in there to try to make a play happen. Dylan Quinn staying on the hunt. But it's the Friars who regain control of it the other way. Nicholas DeAndrea powering down the wing. DeAndrea slamming on the break, trying to set up in front. Gavin Cotta couldn't slam it home right there. Sipley sends this one wildly around the wall. Coming into the picture, Jack Mancini had to pinch in there to keep it in the zone. As this one is pitchforked off the ceiling and stops play. That was Joseph Parator. Winded more than anyone on that ice after a multitude of animated shifts for the young veteran of this Knights squad. Alex Argilla racing down the wing. Argilla lost control of it right there as first gets it back over to Parator and then gets the return feed from number 13. Sent ahead, Abazis will have to race back and try to steal it away from O'Doherty. O'Doherty. Trouble down low, Argilla pickpockets his man, Jesse Lemza, looking for his first goal at the varsity level here on opening night for the Knights. We get another stoppage. It's interesting to see the evolution of this Knights team. After the heartbreaking loss they took back in January, you had a feeling, especially with the lead up to this game, that this team was going to be more motivated than ever. With the addition of two powerful offensive forces by the names of Jesse Lemza and Tyler Brunelli, as they have put up some numbers against the Friars here tonight, up by 3. When you look at St. Anthony's, what they contain still, they have more gain than losses in the offseason. Only one player graduating out of that championship bunch, Patrick Rowan, while the rest returns aiming to defend the throne. They also got some extra key players added to the mix in Matthew Dan, and yet it's the total opposite of what we anticipated here tonight. Another dump in right there by the Knights as they continue to roll the lines. Razzle stuffs this one off the wall. Dylan Quinn looking for one last opportunity before the buzzer sounds. Billy praying a chance for the hat trick. And the period expires like that. On to the third. Knights up 5-2. Can you let Mike know my phone died if he's trying to reach him? Can you let Mike know if he's trying to get in touch with me? My phone died. Fifteen more minutes of insanity, folks. Knights trying to expand their lead minute by minute, while the Friars are looking to do anything in their right to get back in this one and right the ship in the right direction. There's a lot of rights that the Friars are looking to make, but there's so many wrongs so far. One of them being the score that's currently showing a 3-goal deficit for the defending county champs. Save made right there off the pad of O'Neill. Gresiak on the hunt as Parator recollects it in the corner. It gets played off the wall, and it'll go for icing. And despite the score right now, these fans are locked and in tunes for these next 14 minutes. More battling in the corner. This one gets fished out. Quinn trying to deal it ahead to Lemza. Sipley gets back to break that up. O'Doherty feeds it wildly across off the stick of Sipley. Sipley regains control of it. He'll send it over looking for DeAndrea, but neither of them were able to get a hold of the feed. Dan in the neutral zone. He's got it. Dan, 3-on-2 possible here. DeAndrea led in front. Couldn't finish the job. Gavin Cotta couldn't knife it home right there. As everyone begins to jostle some more. O'Doherty got it across, and it gets spiked in further into the zone. Another line change for Robert Lund's mates. As this one gets angled ahead, Jesse Lemza spins this one deep into the zone. He'll be on the hunt against Sipley, or so I thought, as Lemza takes a detour and heads off to the bench for another line change. Johnson. Ledzinski, look out! Michael Terry runs over Ledzinski, and back the other way come the Knights. Oh, it just gets misfired. Everyone beginning to come together again as they try to jab this one out of the scrum. Dylan Cochran pops this one out of the zone. It goes back into the hands of the Knights. Johnson, look out there. Dylan Smith takes a heavy run at number 15 of the Knights. Everyone wants a call. Everyone except Robert Lund and his team. DeAndrea pushed off right there as Parator tries to nudge it forward. Instead, it goes back the other way. Brazel trying to come up with it again, using his large stature alongside Billy Prey and Dylan Quinn. Quinn from the top, save made. Another beauty of a kick stop through traffic amongst the traffic by Burhart. Many reasons as to why he was named the MVP of the Suffolk County High School Hockey League playoffs. Cochran blows this one out of the zone, but back into the hands it goes of the Knights. Prang gets it to Quinn at center ice, but it's immediately relinquished back to the Friars. Cochran dishes this all the way back down to the other end for icing. There's an MVP chant going on right now. And we have an idea as who that chant is directed towards. And no, it's not Ryan Burhart, who currently sits on the bench after allowing 5 goals to this heavy-powered Knights front. And now TJ Olmschneider gets his licks in goal at the varsity level after playing tremendous for his JV squad under the helm of legendary head coach Mark Sambach. Here's Lemza. Lemza sends this one in deep again. Arguilla chasing after it. Arguilla poked that one back in front, but no one was there to put it home. Back the other way, Matthew Dan. Terry, him in this chance. Redirects into the mesh. We'll have another draw. More precious time being chewed up against St. Anthony's as they try to get back in this contest. Chance off the draw, misfires for DeAndrea. Trying to make some magic happen in front right there was Gavin Cata. Pardon me. Andrew Phillips. It's worth noting there is a very significant name missing from the roster tonight for the St. Anthony's Friars. Brady Monteleone, the now PAL Junior Islanders product, MIA. After a memorable season with the Friars in which he led his team with 22 goals and an astounding, and I say astounding and shocking fashion because he is a talented player, but the lack of discipline on his end earned him 46 penalty minutes, a team high for the Friars varsity squad last season. In the box, the latest to take the trip to the sin bin, Andrew Phillips, as KPC reactivates the power play unit. Parator angles this one ahead and gets cut off right there in the neutral zone as Quinn tried to spring past the defense. O'Neal. Now Parator. Hounded right there by DeLugos as this one gets flipped towards the nets, and Schneider will cover it up. First, over to Johnson. Johnson trying to shake off DeAndrea in front. Nearly got it on stick of Argilla. Turnaround try. Misses. Rebound. Score! Alex Argilla. Power play goal. Knights up by 4. I think it's safe to say that this has been nothing but a championship hangover for Robert Lund's team, who now trail by 4 against Kings Park. Smith back on the attack, the other way, dangling through his legs past Pellegrino, almost getting that one to go, but to no avail. Another icing. Alex Argilla. One of the many returning players from last season's varsity squad. Starting his final season with a goal under his belt in game number 1. It comes against and what may be the best team on paper, the St. Anthony's Friars, who look and are playing exactly nothing like that here tonight. A shocking turn of events, to say the least. And there's still over 7 minutes of play, and there is absolutely no stopping the Knights from pouring it on as they lead by 4. They just want to open up an avalanche against this Friars unit. Another icing will go instead. 7:04 remaining. This opening week has had its fair share of wicked goals, stupendous saves, and plenty of scoring. But out of all the varsity games, the only one that ended up being close was the first on Monday nights, in which Middle Country put up a valiant effort, losing to the defending regular season champion Tigers 3-2, and now we get a disagreement in front. And the referees immediately play traffic cop and defuse the situation. That was Mikey Brazel amongst all the chaos right there. Visibly frustrated an aggravated and exasperated Friars bunch. Just trying to play these next 6 minutes without any more madness ensuing. That would benefit the Knights. Razzle. Dylan Quinn shouldered into the glass right there by Smith. Two Dylans getting reacquainted right there. And there's another Dylan we know that's tuning into this contest somewhere from his comfortable house, his comfortable couch just down the road. And he'll take over for me on Sunday, which I am more than stoked for, when he has the call for the Varsity doubleheader on Football Sunday right here on the LI Sports Network. And I cannot wait to tune in and listen to Dylan kill it as always, like he does off the broadcast with the edits and anything else, like everyone does here. It's fun calling these games, and it's fun just to be a part of the action in this capacity. 5 minutes remaining here in regulation. More battling in front between Jack Johnson and Matthew Dan. Two JV rivals, now varsity rivals. Alex Argilla trying to escape the zone. Jack Johnson taking the task right there by Dan. Dan adjusting his helmet. Pellegrino, Jesse Lemza playing tag team in the corner, 4.5 to go. Dan from the top. That one couldn't connect. Another chance. Another denial by O'Neal. DeAndrea trying to gather it down low. He lost the stick, and it's going to cost the Knights. After a long time of playing penalty-free hockey, Jack Johnson goes back to the box. 4:03 to go. And we'll see if this results in something good for the Friars. Something much needed ever since the volcano eruption of goals. Here comes Granelli. He sends this one in deep. Jablonski will try to reset the offense for the Friars as they begin their latest power play attempt. Gavin Cata, centering chance. Jack DeLugo's trying to knife it home as Joseph O'Neal hangs on. Jacob Quinn sends this one almost out, and it does get out. We were covering Winter X Games events to watch hockey. But it does have but the article of clothing does have its benefits. The goggles, though, That's an interesting choice. Two-minute warning commences as Kings Park Commack continues to play hard-nosed hockey in their zone. Awamiya. Now Dylan Smith gains the zone again. Dylan Smith fires. Closed off that time by O'Neill. And Jacob Quinn gives Dylan Smith a ride to the ice. And then there's another heavy body check thrown. Jesse Lemza, score! Hat trick, Mikey Brezel. And what could be the first of many for number 10 as he picked up a trifecta. Seven to 2. Peter Abazis will sit for under 2 minutes. This one couldn't be stuffed home down low. Argilla absorbs the hit that time, thrown from an opening night blitzkrieg. Kings Park Commack defeats St. Anthony's. 7th minutes and anger for the Friars. Does a crazy filled, battle-filled matchup that had its fair share of highs and lows for both squads, with KPC experiencing all the highs that anyone could experience, and they'll celebrate with the man of the hour, Lucien. He's back, and he's better than ever, and he's going to celebrate a big dub. I'll be on the call. Dylan Flynn takes over for me on Sunday. Mike Calandra, Nick Quinn, so long. See you soon.